I want to salute you, homie, for building your own thing and doing your own thing, creating your own platform, your own website.
With my boy Alfred on MrTaliaferro.com.
MrTaliaferro.com.
Right now, I'm about to go to Walmart.
Just to see you with your logo on your mics.
You're rocking with MrTaliaferro.com.
Y'all go to MrTaliaferro.com. It's going down.
My biggest gift is my voice. It allows me to speak to the culture.
Right now, you're turning up on MrTaliaferro.com, shawty. All right, so I go by the name of Mr. Taliaferro. Now, for those who don't know this, I'm an aspiring television personality. Now, keep in mind, I've done television in the past, the local level here. I worked on camera here at the University of Tennessee. I did a lot of TV during my tenure at the University of Tennessee, but I'm aspiring to make a network soon. And I got some plans about some stuff that I can't really speak on now, but I got a plan to make a jump to a network in the near future, the way things are going. But I want to name 5 people that their presence in television has impacted me the most. Terrence J., E-News host and former host of 106 in Park. Steve Harvey, who's had multiple shows, currently hosts his Family Feud, and currently does morning radio and a plethora of other things. Stephen A. Smith, a guy that I had the pleasure of meeting, actually working with on First Take for a few months. A guy that I did breakfast with. Respect everything about him, the work that he's put in. Next, Charles Barkley, a guy that I just respect his opinion. I just think he keeps it brutally honest about things, even if we don't want to hear the honest truth in our country. And Charlamagne the God. I had a 6th. I asked Stuart Scott, but he's deceased now. Rest in peace. But Charlamagne the God, another guy. Charlamagne the God is a guy that I can't do nothing but respect his come up, respect his grind, and respect the way he's been able to put himself in a position to not sell out. He states his opinion. He's a great personality. He's great for television and able to get Uncommon Sense, his own show now. Charlamagne's also somebody that I'm looking to reach out to in the future. Things keep going on the up and ups. I'm pretty sure our paths will cross at some point in the near future. I'm not worried about that. But I want to specifically talk about something that Charlamagne did today that kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Now, as we know, Charlamagne does the Donkey of the Day every day for Power 105's Breakfast Club. Syndicated morning show, 6 to 10 in the morning. A show that I've watched every day for the last 3 years. I can honestly tell you I've not missed an episode of The Breakfast Club one time in the last 3 years. There's just the support, not an interview, nothing. I just don't miss anything. I watch every day. If I miss it, I'll go run it back. I really rock with The Breakfast Club. And Charlamagne's a guy that I respect. And I'm pretty sure Charlamagne's going to watch this blog if it's going to do what I think it's going to do. Listen, Charlamagne gave Charles Barkley Donkey of the Day today, and it rubbed me the wrong way. He gave Charles Barkley Donkey of the Day. Look, it stems back from this. Charles Barkley went on Dan Le Batard's show, an ESPN guy, his show earlier in the week, and he talked about, he pretty much talked about racism, and Charles Barkley said this: though police have made mistakes, black people need to care about their own lives first. If we care about our own lives first, it'll be a trickle-down effect. And he went on in that interview to bring up Draymond Green, who got an assault charge. And Charles Barkley went on to say about Draymond Green that I'm glad that he hit the guy. He hit a fan, not necessarily a fan, an athlete himself that plays for Michigan State at a cornerback. He hit him. Reportedly, the guy said some words to him about Golden State season. Draymond Green hit the guy and got arrested, got an assault charge, and was battling with that in court in the next couple weeks. So what Charlamagne was giving Charles Barkley Donkey of the Day for was, look, I don't like how you contradict one minute you say black people need to care about their own lives, then you support Draymond Green hitting somebody. And Charles Barkley was like, I'm glad he hit the guy, and it seems as though he was supporting it. Even though those were two different paths, and I don't like how Charlamagne combined those two. I get what he was saying. He found a way to make his point and give him Donkey of the Day. Well, I'm going to start with that first part. I'm just going to talk about the whole Charlamagne getting mad at Charles Barkley, and this is not the first time he's called out Charles Barkley on his stance on political issues, and Stephen as well. I don't like how Charlamagne, this is a guy that I respect dearly. I want to make that clear. I respect Charlamagne's come up. Huge supporter of the guy. But I want to make this clear. I do not agree with his stance. And I do not like how it seems as though he comes for two of our top television personalities, two guys that are still bigger than him, even though Charlamagne is climbing that chart quickly. Two television personalities that are bigger than him, and Stephen A. Smith, and who he's given Donkey of the Day for multiple times, and Charles Barkley. Now, I was actually at ESPN when he gave Stephen A. Smith Donkey of the Day. I was working on First Take that week. I did breakfast with Stephen A. the morning after he gave him Donkey of the Day for the Kevin Durant thing, and I get it. But when we're talking about this morning with Charles Barkley, it's like Charlamagne, and I'm pissed because Charlamagne's a guy that understands things. And I've heard Charlamagne countless times undermine black-on-black crime. And I don't think that is the way to approach this. You know what I'm saying? I'm with y'all. Am I tired of police killing us? Yes. But now it seems though as a society, now we don't want to address because of the police killings. And yes, there are a lot of police killing African Americans. I do not want to be insensitive to that at all. And I am 100% in support of whatever we got to do to fix this problem, and police need to be reprimanded, jail time, whatever it takes to get this to stop happening at damn traffic stops. Yes, with you. But I don't like how we're downplaying black-on-black crime. I don't like how we're downplaying black-on-black crime, and it seems as though Charlamagne's committed to that. He's like, pretty much on this morning on the Breakfast Club, he's pretty much like, man, I understand that black-on-black crime is here, but that ain't the issue at hand right now. Somewhere along the lines of that. That's what he said this morning. We cannot ignore black-on-black crime in our communities, and I don't like how we're forgetting about that. We're losing sight. Yes, police brutality is bad, but you cannot ignore that a part of why our lives don't matter to some is because they don't believe our lives matter to each other. Now, so while I'm 100% behind the police brutality wave and let's figure this thing out, I don't think that means going away from black-on-black crime or stop addressing that just because police brutality exists. I think Charlamagne went as far as to say that ain't the issue right now. We already know black-on-black crime is going to exist regardless. That's not the way to address that. And yes, part of the reason why black-on-black crime is the way it is because of systematic racism that's been put in place from generations on down. Yes, it is. And I am a guy that's 100%. Look, it rubs me the wrong way. Something clicks when I think about why we're killing each other because of the systems that have been put in place. But I think I'm calling Charlamagne out, a guy in that position, a guy with that power. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. We can't ignore black-on-black crime. Now, I could have called into the radio show, said this in the morning, or got on the line during Why You Mad, but I just wanted to do this through my vlog. It's my most powerful voice. It seems as though anytime a guy of the stature of Stephen A. or Charles Barkley comes out about African Americans and manning up and handling their own business and listen and black-on-black crime and just from even when Stephen A. spoke about how we don't have an excuse in our generation. He spoke to a college and was like, we don't have an excuse in our generation to not go to college because we don't deal with some of the things that other generations had to deal with. That's true. Black-on-black crime, that is true in our communities. That is a big part of the problem. We cannot ignore that. That is a huge percent of the problem. And somebody of Charlamagne's status needs to recognize that. I go by the name of Telefero. You're currently tuning in to Mr. Telefero TV. I would love to hear your comments on this topic. It's a pretty complex issue. It's very complex. I need y'all to talk to me on this one. You agree with Charles Barkley? Do you agree with Charlamagne giving Charles Barkley Donkey of the Day? Black-on-black crime and in comparison police brutality is a bigger issue here. Bigger than Charles Barkley, me, or Charlamagne the God. Charles Barkley says that we need to start within ourselves, and I'm looking for answers myself. I'm trying to figure this out too. What do y'all think is? And I want you to comment your response below. What do y'all think is the way to figure this damn thing out? But I had to call out Charlamagne the God on that one. Talk to me in my comment box below. I go by the name of Telefero. You're currently tuned in to Mr. Telefero TV. Salute. I'm out.
I want to thank you for taking time out of your day to watch my interview, my performance, or maybe it was a feature story. Now, right now, you can either subscribe to my channel or you can watch other performances. Thank you for taking the time out. It's MrTelefero.com. After seeing Drake